Oracles. If you are new here, my name is Tracy and you are truly welcome. If you are returning, know how much you are appreciated and that I pray for you daily. Actually, to start off this read, if you have any prayer requests, please leave a comment in the comment section and I will be happy to pray for you. So, Leo, today and in this series, we were looking at the leader within. So this isn't about being the best CEO you can be or the best community partner you could be, PTA group. This is about you being the best leader you can for you. And that byproduct is like a domino effect. So the better leader you become to yourself, learning to trust your intuitions, to make wise decisions, personal growth and development in general, and that continued healing journey, then the better leader you become for your family, at work, or anywhere you use leadership skills. A lot of people say they don't want to be a leader. They don't want to be a boss or a supervisor and have that kind of responsibility. And that's all well and good, but you are a leader to somebody, and that starts with yourself. So we're going to take a look at these 3 oracle cards. Which one is your intuition draw you to the most? It can be all 2 or all 3 if that is what your intuition is telling you. Leo, no one can tell you your intuition is wrong. This is you and this is your journey, and it's really important that you embrace that. So no matter where you are on your spiritual journey, where you are with your intuition honing, there is something in this for everybody. This is a general timeless read. So I do believe that when you click on this, there's something in here for you, no matter how small, that will help you. Okay. And so take a look at these cards. I will hold them up to the camera so that you get better look, and then we will set them aside. And at the end of the read, we will pull these out, and whichever one or ones resonate for you will be a bit more of a personal message for you about the leader within. Okay, so this first one is liminal space. Take a look at the shapes, the colors. How does it make you feel? What do you think of when you see this? You can take a snapshot for your phone or put it on your vision board if something is really speaking to you, so you can meditate over this, journal about it. Second card is inner little one. And the last one is perseverance. Okay, beautiful. All right, we'll remove these. And Leo, if you haven't already, I invite you to check out some of my shorts. I am doing a 30-day intuition challenge with a challenge every morning. And you are certainly welcome to hone in on that. I believe we are on day 11 today. So feel free to check that out. Okay, Spirit, what does Leo need to know about their leader within? Pull an oracle card and then some tarot cards to see what it is that you might need to know, Leo. All right, and we have Vessel. Allow your body to rest. You deserve a break. Listen, feel, and support. This is a really telling card. Okay, Vessel. So for some of you, you're overdoing it. Okay, you might be running yourself ragged. Maybe you are, working 2 jobs, you've got a family, you're taking care of somebody. You could just be physically tired because your job is demanding and you need a bit of a break. That might be really hard to do with your work schedule, with the work schedules of others, Leo, because when people are dependent on you, that can really wear you down. So you are being invited to allow your body to rest. So what's coming up for me, Leo, is that some of you are just feeling so busy, so worn out that you are unable to take a rest during your day. even a 10-minute break to eat, a 15-minute break to walk and get outside. If you have those luxuries, utilize them to your full capacity. But I'm really feeling like you are struggling to get that in. So I invite you, Leo, to shuffling some tarot now for us. What does Leo need to know? That some of you may need to learn to take, a 2-minute break while you're standing there, closing your eyes and meditating, trying to ground yourself in the space you're in. And you can do this by taking a moment, closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and then really focusing in on what is it that you, with your 5 senses, what do you see, feel, touch, taste, and smell? And identify those things and really try to be present with them. That can be a great way to ground yourself when you're in the middle of anxious, busy moments. Okay, so we have 4 cards out here. We'll take a look at what Spirit wants us to know. So first we have the Page of Wands. Next, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, then we have the Hierophant. And then we have the Five of Wands. Okay. So I feel like for you, Leo, that they're continuing in this line of thought that there's something you are trying to work towards, something that's very, very important to you. And it is something that at times you are passionate about, but there is an internal struggle going on. Okay, we've got the Five of Wands and the Nine of Swords speaking to some inner turmoil. I feel like this is a bit of a tug and war on multiple levels. Um, one of those being balancing your free time and your work time, and that is just really hard for you to do right now. I feel like some of you are also having a hard time within that saying no to people, and saying yes to yourself, because the responsibilities can weigh on you very heavily, Leo. And it's not that you don't like what you're doing or the people you're doing it with or for, but you're tired. You're worn out and you've got some sleepless nights here. I think it's even hard for you to rest and to sit still, Leo. I feel like you are just stressed and worried, and you've got a lot of deep thinking going on right now, Leo. And I think this overthinking can weigh you down even more. And then when you get in those vicious cycles, you're more at odds with yourself. It's harder for you to listen to that intuition and just rest. Okay. So to step out of your own way, try to get outside for a moment, step outside into the sun for a second, write down what it is you're thinking and feeling. And if you don't have the luxury of writing things down, like you might want to keep a journal in your purse, in your car where you can write things down. But if you get 5 seconds to run out to your car, close your office door, run to the restroom, then you might want to take your phone and voice record yourself those epiphany moments you get, those things that you really want to weigh out in your mind and in your heart, the pros and the cons and the benefits of things. Because I feel like when you stop and take some meditation moments, when you are showing up for yourself in that moment, being fully present with your moment, with your anxiety, just recognizing it, honoring and respecting it. And I'm not saying you should just let it roll off your back. I don't think things are always that easy. Okay. Sometimes they are, but sometimes you have to process things for a while, and you cannot keep shoving them under the rug. It doesn't just go away. But it's certainly recognizable that when you are in the middle of work, maybe you're in retail and it's a busy holiday season, you don't get breaks to yourself. You can't just stop and really feel throughout your whole body what you were feeling. But you can maybe take a moment to process that, let it out in a way, move on with your day until it is safe for you to process fully. Okay. All right. So I think there's some youthful, um, passionate energy that wants to come in with some next steps for you, because there is something here about you moving up. And some of that is with a physical, tangible job, and some of that is at a spiritual level. Okay. So as you process some of these things and you really learn to listen to yourself and what you are saying, when you are really allowing yourself to feel all of these emotions, you are supporting yourself. Okay. You're supporting your body, you're supporting your mind and your heart. And I think you have been trying to be a vessel for others for too long, carrying the load. I'm thinking like of the water jugs that are some women in other countries carry on their heads, and they're walking. At, granted, they have learned to balance and to walk with that burden on their head, so it's not so much of a burden. But I feel like this has gotten too heavy for you, Leo, and you've got some cracks that are starting to form. You may be leaking all that water all over, but spirit needs you to rest. You need to rest for yourself. Maybe that's even just on your way home, calling a friend and processing things with. Some of you may need to look at a life coach or a therapist of some kind to really process some things and take that time out for yourself. Okay. So for some of you, you are at a busy job where you are looking to climb the ladder. Okay. And I feel like it's even potentially a younger boss that you are working with who may like to do things the traditional way. Um, or there may be a lot of red tape to get through to move on up. But if you don't pace yourself, if you don't learn to say no where you can say no at work, even in your personal life, if you're driving the kids to soccer, you are, you're always the one to take care of your neighbor's pet, your neighbor's lawn. There are certain things you need to pause, or you are not showing up as the best version of you for yourself or work, and you aren't going to be really all that beneficial to yourself or others if you are stumbling in the door exhausted. Okay, Leo. All right. All right, now we're going to take some look at some oracle cards to get a little more insight for Leo about the leader within. What does Leo need to know? Okay. All right, and we have lightning, power, right? There is a lot of power in learning how to rest and process your emotions. It helps clear the stuck energies within you. Have a good cry, let it out. Go for a good walk, a good jog if you can. If you're not able to do that, try to do something with your hands to let out that negative energy. It helps get your body moving and flowing. Okay? There's a lot of power there. And you'll find that things will start to move a little more smoothly and a little more quickly when you are able to find the cycle that works for you. I think there's some key things that are going to come to light for you as you process some of these things, like some certain guided meditations or a certain type of journaling. I think you'll find some tools that will help you with processing things down the road and learning to rest and support yourself. Okay. All right, Leo. I'm going to take a look at My Herbal Astrology card. Okay, too many came out. What does Leo need to know about the leader within? Okay, and we have Lemon Balm, number 52, Nurture. So this is all about taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself in your growth, but after you take a rest and let your body take a rest. Actually, what's really coming to mind is uh, doing some yoga, some breathing exercises, but some gentle stretching. It doesn't have to look like a certain yoga pose or taking a yoga class or a Pilates class, but some gentle stretching to help get that inner energy flowing. Be like a balm to your system, to your joints. Okay, I'm going to read the description that goes with that for why this card showed up for you in this reading. Okay. Give yourself permission to mother the deepest core of yourself. Listen to your inner child. Retrieve the unconscious parts of your past. Forgive yourself and liberate the inner child that has remained silenced. Lemon Balm assists us in reconnecting to the gentle power of nurturance. Her soft and gentle touch reminds us to connect to the Great Mother in all her shapes and forms. The medicine of the honeybee is here to serve you, prompting you to ask yourself, where can I soften and receive? Right? How can I access my inner child to access great wholeness? Honeybee symbolizes the magic of nectar, vitality, prosperity, and the great inner and outer wealth that is ahead. And learning how to care for yourself, this read might feel like this is just isolated towards a work situation, but in reality, this is in all areas of your life. And learning that you need to listen, feel, and support yourself so that you can be there for other people and for yourself down the road and through all the ebbs and flows of life. Okay, now we're going to take a look at some affirmation, reflection, inspiration cards to see if there's any practices that might benefit you at this time, Leo. Okay, we have a reflection card. What good did you have in your life today? How can you bring awareness of these things forward? Think of a ritual for tomorrow that will remind you of your happiness today. That's beautiful. Could be a gratitude journal. It could be simply talking to your partner. What good happened today? And capturing that before you go to bed. And that will free up your mind a little bit from stress and anxiety. And you may wake up with that renewed refreshness on your mind the next day. Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. Eckhart Tolle. It's beautiful. Okay, and then lastly, Leo, we're going to look at some grounding exercises. There is a practical application that goes with this that I will read at the very end if you are interested. Okay, what does Leo need to know about the leader within? Oh, beautiful. This is very similar to my what do you call it, my thumbnail with the light within. Number 13 or 4, about resting and releasing. I release negative thoughts about myself and my life. Okay, Spirit's trying to get your attention here. I release negative thoughts about myself and my life. All right, so we will read that practice at the very end, Leo. So that is it for the main part of our read. I invite you to hit like and subscribe so this message can get out to other Leos, wherever Leo falls in their birth chart, so they can get this message. But we're now going to take a look at the 3 oracle cards and break them down a little bit more so this becomes more of a personal message for you at this time and in the near future. Okay, Leo, I'm going to set this one aside as well because we will look at that. Okay. So we have liminal space, inner little one, and perseverance. Okay, so if you chose liminal space, True growth occurs when you embrace the unknown, pause, trust, and transform. So I'm really feeling like those of you who chose this card, that there is some unveiling that's going to happen. There's been this liminal space, this pause before the next step. But that pause is inviting you to do what we first talked about for our leader, okay? Listen, feel, and support. I feel like this is step one for you to embrace, okay? We don't always get the luxury of getting these broken down into like steps, but I'm really feeling like you need to capture this essence first, find what works for you to feel supported, really listen to yourself, and there is no timestamp on this, right? You don't have to hurry. But this is not something you want to shove under the rug, set aside. You want to be able to start working on this so you feel better. Then your second step is going to be learning to pause, because you're going to pause and listen. You're going to trust and feel. You're going to support and transform. Okay, I'm feeling like these two go together for you, right? And there is growth and there is healing involved. And true growth occurs when you embrace the unknown. So that may be super scary for you. You may be telling yourself, I can't do this. I have no strength. I have no time. But as you learn to sit with yourself, as you learn to take better care of yourself, you will learn to take those pauses throughout the day and even with your family. And for some of you, you'll be role modeling this to your family. Your kids are going to ask, how do I handle this? They're going to be looking to you. You may have a team at work. They may also be a little lost as to how to process things when you're at work. Let's face it, our work lives, they want us to keep our personal life separate. And that is true and appropriate in many ages, but life doesn't stop just when you walk in a door, right? So we need to really think about how we're treating ourselves. How are we taking those moments throughout the day? And as you embrace that the future is unknown for each of us, and you really come into that space, you will feel more relaxed within yourself and watch yourself transform, Leo. Some of you, that transformation is going to come with a higher position, more responsibilities. And for some of you, that's going to come in the form of peace. And you will feel so much better. Okay. For those of you who chose inner little one, we have you forgotten how to play? Make more space for fun. Remember, reclaim, and validate. Okay. So for those of you who chose this card, you are being invited to remember the things you did as a child, the joy that you felt as a child, even some of the pain, okay? Because we can't forget about that. But I think there was maybe some ways that you processed this, maybe with hobbies, maybe it was reading, maybe it was with art, building something. You're being asked to remember how to play. So having fun, whatever that means for you, put on a song and start dancing around. That will help lighten you up and get the energies moving. As you remember, as you reclaim how to play, how to be relaxed, you're validating that your life has value. Okay? You have value. Embrace that little one. Bring forth the things that you did as a child or that you wanted to do as a child. Bring into the now as a time to be able to rest and to pause and to remember. Making more space for fun makes more space for you to not overthink, for you maybe to learn how to prioritize more, give yourself space, and to just be a better support system to you and your family. Okay. And for some of you with children, again, you are showing them how to show up for themselves, right? They are learning, they're absorbing from you. If you work with children, you are going to be a huge role model to them on how to play and play well. Okay. I don't know, for some of you, I'm just thinking of like a spearmint mint, those little green and white mints. Oftentimes you see them more red and white, but they still come in green and white. I don't know, something about the holidays coming up that there's some fun to be unwrapped. The smell of peppermint, the taste of peppermint may invigorate you and may inspire you. Someone may need to hear that. Okay, and if you chose card 3, we have perseverance. You are progressing significantly, one step at a time. Plan, build, and overcome. So those of you who got this card, you may be going through some extra rocky times right now, and with that, I'm feeling like more pressure at work. Okay, some of you may have made some progress. In this listen, feel, and support card, and you were on that journey already. So some of you, it's just a matter about persevering until the storm clouds roll over. Okay, so that you are able to practice the things you've learned, practice playing and making a plan, but keeping it flexible, because we know that um, plans can change, right? Things don't go the way we want, or we hope sometimes, but you are progressing probably more than you think, more than you give yourself credit for, and you are really building something, a foundation for a new and better way of life that's for you, the life that you are looking for, and you've overcome a lot. So don't give up. I see this as, your flaming, glowing heart in the middle, persevering, and all these energies coming at you, right? But those cycles will end and you will have a better sense of freedom. But you are learning right now how to juggle things more efficiently. Even though it's hard, go through it, okay? Go through it. And don't forget to honor and respect your feelings, Leo. Okay, that is it for a read. I thank you for being here. I hope you found something helpful, something resonated for you. Again, hit that like and subscribe. And if you're interested in this practical application for number 13, I'm going to read that. So if you are signing off, have a great day. Stay grounded. All right. For those of you interested in number 13, I release negative thoughts about myself and my life. The source of suffering, according to many wisdom, traditions, and religions, is desire and attachment, as it leads to a sense of lack and deflects us from the divine. Mind-formed desires are tinted by our external programming and the illusion that we are only physical beings. This can lead us to a sense of comparison and lack because separateness becomes our truth. Negative thought patterns remove us from the abundance and fullness of the present moment. These thoughts can be down to years and years of programming, false beliefs, and doubts that we have imprinted on our minds to see the world in a specific way. They are attached to experiences that we haven't healed from. The only way to release negative thoughts is to face them and transform them into energy that helps you grow. The first step of working with your thoughts is to become aware of them, both conscious and subconscious, to observe them objectively. When something is seen and acknowledged, you give it the possibility to heal and release. So, some ways to release negative thoughts. Journal which thoughts hold you back and see if you can trace them back to when they started. Focus on that time and see what needs to be healed. Meditate with your breath and consciously watch each limiting thought release from your body as you exhale. Repeat affirmations as a replacement for the negative word chatter by using empowering, loving, and accepting words that help to form new thought patterns. Examples of affirmations are: I love myself and my life. I am exactly where I need to be. I am whole and complete. Keep a daily gratitude journal and focus on what you appreciate and what you are grateful for. Beautiful. Please leave a comment in the comment section again, like how this resonated for you and different grounding techniques that you might use. All right, Leo, thank you for being here and have a great week and stay grounded.